greats. Today we're going to do some colour mixing of the secondary colours and the tertiary colours. Just going to show you how to mix those colours. In your palette, this is the mixing bowl in the centre. You have your 3 primary colours out, and it's probably a good idea to label which one is warm and which one is cool blue. You'll also need a jar of water, which is half full, with which to wash your brushes, and a piece of paper towel to wipe your brushes. Just a small piece to keep them dry. Okay, this brush is used for mixing. This brush is used for painting onto your canvas or onto your colour wheel. Now, we're mixing the secondary colours. So the primary colours are red, the blues, and yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mixing the first secondary colour, which is orange. So I'm going to take 1 blob of red. Now the red's very strong, and I'll probably need to have double the amount of yellow to mix a true orange colour. So I'm looking at about that much. Let's mix them up. It should be the colour of an orange skin. It shouldn't have much red in it at all. This looks approximately the right colour to me. So pop your mixing brush after you've finished into the water. You can wet your brush and pick up some paint on your brush. There are also mediums that you can place in the paint, but I'll get those out in the next lesson. Now, when you paint, you're going to use your brush from the centre of the shape towards the outside, and you're actually using the side of the brush to get a nice straight line. You will need to turn your paper around in order to get a good edge line. And lastly, from the centre out to the edge, you need to press your brush so that the bristles actually bend. And then all of the small areas can be filled in with the point of the brush. So in fact, we don't very often paint using the entire brush. We just use the body of the brush and the point of the brush to do small areas. Once you've outlined the shape, you are going to fill it in nice long strokes, trying not to get any streaks or uneven sections and no built-up paint. But you also don't want to water the paint down. It needs to be nice and strong colours in the colour wheel. Okay, when you've finished that colour, you want to get rid of the paint in the middle. So you're going to use a piece of paper towel, and you're going to wipe the colour completely out of the middle of your palette. Might need to just get a little bit more. So, moral of the story is to avoid wasting paint. You don't want to put out too much paint in the beginning. Okay, first thing that we are going to do now is we're going to pick up our mixing brush again, and this time we're going to mix a colour with one of the blues and then the other of the blues. Now if I put this up the right way again, you can see that cool blue is used here, and you should have painted cool blue into here. Warm blue is used here, warm blue goes in this section here. So we're going to mix the greens using each of the blues. So first of all, I'm going to use the cool blue, and I'm going to mix over here, and I'm going to probably use half the yellow to get a mid cool blue to make a green. Now that's still quite blue, so I'm going to need to add more yellow to that in order to get it to the correct colour. Okay, that looks about right. Put my mixing brush away, pick up my other brush, make sure that there's no other colour on it, and we're going to paint that into the cool blue section of the secondary colour, which is green. Outlining the shape first. And then the corners, be just a small amount. in the center. Now we need to make the other type of green that we mix with a warm blue. So this time I'm going to take a very small amount of the warm blue. I'm going to pick up a large amount of the yellow and mix it up. I only have a small space to actually paint into, so I don't need, now this is too yellowy, it's like a lime green, so I need to put a little bit more of the warm blue into this particular paint colour. Now it's quite a different green, it's not a clear crisp green with the warm blue, it becomes a very different colour. Painting that again around the edges. So outlining, the colour completely. Small pieces of colour into the corners and nice smooth strokes to complete the shape. Now this colour looks a little bit more transparent, so we're going to have to fill it in nicely with enough paint to get the colour to work. And nice smooth strokes very lightly over the top to complete the colour. Okay, the last secondary colour you have to paint is purple, and again you're going to have to mix with cool blue first and with red, and the next part you're going to have to mix some warm blue again with red. Now those colours are about equal strength, the red and the blue, so you probably need sort of equal amounts. The purples will come out very dark, almost black, but there will be a difference between the two colours.